Welcome to episode 3 of Rensselaer Multimedia. We are having a good time. Third episode, third month of the year, officially. Third fish fry. And don't know what else is to come, but obviously we're trying our best to I'm bulking up a little bit, lifting weights. I'm like I don't know, I'm eating a lot of fish from the fish fries. And I didn't realize how many calories that was because I'm not eating a lot. I could really force it down if I had to, but I guess that ends up being where we're at. This is fun. This is fun for me. Politics, art, some art I did. And this is some of the stuff in my books are real. As you can see on the video, but not on the audio, are real pieces of artwork. That's my version of Bourbon Street. That's kind of a blue starfish that I saw in Fiji that you can find in Fiji. That's the Arch. That's the Van Gogh Museum. A lot of this stuff you can find in my second book. And I keep this stuff safe. If the right person came along and gave me the idea that they could curate is what I hear about, but or give some sort of advice as how to develop a way to disseminate these arts. I would like to frame them and then give people ticket price in a venue to where I can make money and they can make money. It's not a huge money-making scheme. I want people to enjoy the art as well. But obviously, I don't want to sell the art altogether. I want some sort of royalties or something. And that also goes into the books that I developed. And I do have digital copies. But the physical originals, I would love to talk about. And I have a huge collection. And some other ones that are poster board and stuff like that, and stuff that I did politically at some of these governational campaign events. I think it's important to put your foot down and your pedal to the metal in terms of politics, because if you don't speak up and you don't show up, and you don't vote, you're not gonna get what you want. I voted for Ron DeSantis in the Republican primary for president, and Ted Cruz and some other people. And hopefully that gets the results that I want, because I'm not sure that Trump is going to be the guy that's going to be available. So hopefully it trickles down to a guy like DeSantis, because he was still on the ballot. Because I was more favoring him than Nikki Haley. Not to talk bad about Nikki Haley. I'm sure she's a great person and all that, but I've heard some stories about her as well. And I think Ron, at this point in time, has shown that he's more like me, and I want what he has. So that's kind of where that's going. And that's where this podcast is going. But I have a funny story. I do have a good story, and we have plenty of time to tell it. We're at the fish fry, right? And I get my friend Joe, I'll just call him Joe, tells me, older gentleman I've known for a long time, he's a fellow knight, gives me some money, cash, and he tells me to drive to the Valero near the church, and he tells me to get 5 bags of ice or 4 bags of ice. Probably 5. So I think, yeah, 5, because more is better, right? Always more is better. And he says, get a friend and go. And I get my friend Travis. And Travis and me go to, in my truck, my sports track, with the Georgia G on the back. We go to the Valero, and I talk about how I don't really go into convenience stores anymore. I really just get gas. And I really only get gas at Kroger Gas. Shout out to Kroger Gas, very good. I save at least 3 cents on the gallon, sometimes more. Maybe I'll save more nowadays, but it's good. But I think gas is good. And anyway, the story goes, I was talking about how I was having dental problems. I was smoking a pack a day. Basically, I had to quit, and I finally got my teeth better. They're pretty good now. And 7.5 or 7, almost 8 years after, they are good, in good shape, and now I'm in better shape than I was. And the gentleman in front of us in the line was wearing like a trench coat or something like that, and the gentleman Travis was pointing out to me that he was buying cigarettes, and he was asking me what I thought about that, and I just said, it's just not for me. So he walks by me, and then I walk up, and I think to myself, I need 5 bags of ice. I'm thinking that, but I say fag real fast, because it's like 5 and then bag, so fag. And then she says, well, 6 bags of ice is cheaper. Or no, she laughs, and then I say, oh, I meant to say 5 bags of ice, please. And then she said, oh, well, 6 bags of ice is cheaper. And then I said, okay, well, I'll take the 6 bags of ice. So that's a good story. That's a good good telltale sign that maybe you should just always get 6 packs of ice instead of 5. I don't know. There's got to be something to learn from that. But I'm learning a lot every day. I need to lose some weight. I'm putting my middle section. I'm putting weight on the middle section, but I don't feel like it's bad. But I guess that's the question, is like, can you be like a heavyweight boxer, like a Rocky Marciano type of, or what other kind of old-timey white boxer is there? I don't know. Or Charlie Trippy. If you want to talk about Georgia right there. Georgia, typical Georgia running backs and quarterbacks, or whatever he was, or a DB. I think he was kind of like a do-it-all kind of guy, All-American. And Charlie Trippy, I think a lot more white guys played in that, made up more of the game than they do now. But I think a lot of guys play baseball now. I think there's a lot of studies that say, even though, or I would say, football is still tough to play, because even though you're they've made it safer in terms of the equipment and the amount of hits to the head, or the tackling techniques and stuff, it's still pretty rough on the body. And I could tell you that myself. But I haven't played like 20 straight years in the NFL practices, spring trainings, stuff like that. But I wonder if Texas football in high school, when guys are really wanting to make the team and doing stuff maybe not so much the right way, or they're not getting paid, but they want to elevate themselves, maybe playing a little harder than the NFL guys. I don't know. Could be. Anyway, I think my dating life is speculative. I think there's a few people that I like, but that doesn't mean I would do anything until something was concrete. And I think there's something brewing, but I don't know what to say about it. But I kind of like doing these podcasts solo, and I like the idea that, I can we'll see. I'm not going to just... I'm not going to just jump into something right away. But, there's a lot of good, what's considered... I feel like Joe Rogan. Anyway, follow me anytime. I'll do episodes probably who knows? This one's a good one. If you like Florence, that's kind of like the cathedral. I saw a picture on Google and did my best work of it. And I think anyway, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you.